Okay. Inch power mat. Oil check. Okay, got enough. That's enough. Better put less because it's, you know, less possibility for it to leak out, because these corks, as good as they are, the rubber they got, oil is, I don't know, I think it even penetrates better than water. So this is a very cool little saw. So we got the safety and the rubberized protection. It's really cool on these holders. This is the oil intake, the oil put. It's got these lithium batteries. 21 volt. And it's pretty cool. Double safety. See, Opa, doesn't allow it. Because it's off. Now it's on. This is the battery volume. Pretty solid working. So 77%. Pretty badass. You get two batteries in the package for €100, less than €100 with delivery, let's say. You get two batteries, you get two chains. So only one thing that I had to do on it. This is the chain direction here, obviously input, and this here button is the, it's a very simple thing. This button is the tightening. And this button is the tightening of the chain. So it's a very good quality made. Very robust, strong, good material, and easy to handle. So the only thing here, so this is very good made. Only thing here, you have a screw on this side which tightens this plate. This plate, that is the tension for the, that, you know, that's being pulled by this handle. See, this is the hit into this as a block to not keep spinning it the other way, and then as it widens or narrows down from the narrow to the wide, you tighten and you push off the little tooth that tightens the whole chain, knife and chain. So the only problem that I found is that this screw here is above the edge, and you should not tighten it too much because then the chain is not going to pass through easily. So tighten it as much as it gives, and then this side was just a little bump that goes into a hole on the knife. So the oil feeding of the oil goes through a rubbery. Can take it off. So here we get the feeding of the oil to the chain, and I added another screw here. This one I had because it gave a little bump that kept the other side from, let's say, moving anywhere. And the tightening nod, the tightening lever, has to have a flat surface to ride on when you're tightening it, right? Because the screw lever screws tightening plate onto this plate, and then you have to relieve it a little bit. Then with the one hand you tighten the chain, turning it, and with the other hand you tighten the lever for pressing down everything together, right? So here, so here was this screw that is very easily to, because it's the only holder together with this little blump that went into a hole on this side on the blade. There was a hole, so this is where the oil goes in. And here they left it in a way, they made it in a way that if this loosens a little bit, which is going to happen because you need a lot of force to tighten the blade out, tighten the to push the blade out, to tighten the how I call this thing, the chain. So that force really is gonna take this bump out of the, pushing it here, gonna take it out of the place of this. It's just, they just made a little bump, and this screw was not enough, so I just took a screwdriver and aluminum cutting screw, and then you have to, with a small, I have a small accu, and then you just slowly drill it through, place it down on a piece of wood and press down and screw it through. And what is important after that, we give that you give enough how call it, room or flatness on this surface for the tightening lever to for the tightening lever to say glide on it, so you don't have any troubles with bumps. But the problem is that their own screw was not that good because it was going a millimeter or two above the surface, so I had to call it I had to scrape it off. No need for cutting. So I had to first cut this one, yes, that I put in. I cut it half size, and then just level it. So as once you touch this, as you see, once you touch the plate, you know that it's also flat with it, that the screw is flat with it. And this way, I tightened both sides. I was worried if the screw is gonna be hitting the rubber here, but it doesn't. You can even see the mark here where the screw goes. It's exactly until the rubber, so I'm good about when it's fully tightened, when the chain is fully tightened. But that was the only problem. So drill a hole on this plate, so the size of a screw that you're gonna put through, and then with the circular, just with the circular blade for metal, you just run them down until they're flat with the surface. This is the only problem. The rest works really good. I've cut down a beautiful root of a pine tree, and this is the last piece of it. This is the last piece of the root now that I'm gonna throw in the first stone, into the first stone. This thing is crazy. This root was so hard to deal with. See how bloody it is from my from my cutting it. It was very hard to deal with, so I had to cut it. So this was the cut. This is the cutting side. I was fighting with it a lot because this little saw, but once it can do a root of a pine tree, I'm sure it can do any other tree. I'm gonna go now and do it, but I don't think it needs a show because it's a very good product. It cut the root easily until the middle. Then in the middle, of course, it doesn't have that much power, so it takes it slower. Yeah. So that's it. That's about it. What we just need to do is use one hand to tighten the chain, and then use the other hand while you're holding this one so it wouldn't loosen to tighten this one. But then I had that problem that it's gonna loosen very easily when I didn't put the other screw and when I didn't flatten them with the plate, the tightening plate. But now you don't even need to use two hands. It's like it's a button. It's like there's a bit of a tooth. So now it's loose and just tight, and then it's holding pretty good now when it's flat surface. And that's it. And then tighten it, as much as needed. Yeah. This is a very good saw, maybe. Yeah, that's okay. I like the saw very much. It's made in a proper manner. I opened it up, there's electricity, the oil bucket. This oil bucket is a bit loose inside a compartment that's holding it pretty nicely. And it's loose for a reason because of the vibrations. These plastics, they tend to crack so easily. So it's connected, of course, with a nice rubber hose. It's got its compartment where it's held properly. It's like a few millimeters loose. And I think it's a smart solution because these oil buckets, they tend to break easily from the vibration. This plastic breaks easily. So that they did a smart thing doing that. I think it's a pretty solid saw. Okay. Nice cut. After a lot of cuts. So the battery is pretty well. It lasts pretty long for, I don't know, a cheap version of electrical saw like this. And then when you put two, you can cut a couple of trees to the elbow size logs. It is so like I don't know, it's like a 40 centimeter. I usually chop these in half with this Mr. Nugget and then throw that in the stove. I just wanted to show you. It's a really good saw. I really respect it. Respect what they did. power mat, power patty mat. I'm the pot, he's the mat, and it does a really good job. This saw.